Winning isn't easy, and winning on a consistent basis is even harder.
Our history is storied, rich in tradition. 44 national titles on the men's side. Great success from the women in recent years, advancing to the national tournament 4 out of the last 5 years. So much of what you think about when you think about Johns Hopkins University is Hopkins lacrosse.
Lacrosse is an ever-changing sport and environment, and we have to keep pace. In order to do that, we must have the funds and the resources available to give our student athletes the best of the best so that we can compete at the highest level and perform at the highest level.
We continue to compete against schools that are bigger, have larger resources, have larger populations, and yet Johns Hopkins continues to compete at the highest level. But that challenge becomes more difficult each year.
I don't want to lose sight of preparing this program for success indefinitely. And so much of that is wrapped up in having a secure resource foundation, to really having the resources necessary to compete for national championships year in and year out, and not just for the next 2, 3, 5 years, but for the next 50 years. Endowment is the wise choice, it's the strategic choice. It's where we want to be if we want our programs to be national powerhouses.
We've got to continue to develop and grow in the area of nutrition.
Quite frankly, we feel very strongly what you put into your body is what you get out of it.
The addition of the nutrition room 2 years ago has had a direct impact with our success out on the field.
It makes it a lot easier to just come in and out between classes because we're so busy here at Hopkins. We just grab a nutrition drink or a PB&J and it makes it easy to perform.
If we're running late to class or if we're running to and from class, we go up there and we grab food or something to help our bodies recover.
We have a nutrition meeting and we talk about what we should be eating before practices, games, class, and what we should be drinking after. So we really do a good job breaking down every aspect of it, and it really helps us in the long run.
We're hopeful to keep expanding in that area of nutrition, having new different foods that are going to help us and provide energy for us on the field and then recovery.
The things that you put into your body directly impact performance, directly impacts recovery, directly impacts your ability to be prepared to perform. So our nutrition room has been a savior, and we still feel like there's more we can do.
And if we're able to endow our program so that we can keep that nutrition room stocked with the finest quality proteins and foods and drinks and supplements, that's certainly a priority for us.
Lacrosse is the fastest sport on 2 feet. What we need to do to ensure that Hopkins athletes are fitting that mantra is we've got to be able to give them the opportunity to get bigger, stronger, faster, and on Saturday afternoons on Homewood Field, put their best foot forward.
From injury prevention to performance enhancement to developing toughness, our time in our weight room and our time with our strength coach is invaluable to us.
Strength and conditioning is like one of the main things that we work on here at Hopkins. I think it really keeps us fit and on the field being able to keep up with our opponents.
We have the top strength coach in the country. He's been featured in Inside Lacrosse, Lacrosse Magazine, all types of things like that. With our agility, with our strength, it's a really big, vital part to our program here.
I'm hopeful that this endowment that we're launching will take our strength and conditioning to the next level, which in turn will increase and improve our game.
We live in an age where technology is constantly evolving.
Our men have a technology that allows them to monitor the workload that is transpiring in a practice context so we can ensure that we're conditioning in right ways and avoiding injury when possible.
As a student athlete, one of the things we're actually lucky enough to have is each player has their own iPad, and on that iPad we have a special app called Game Plan, and it breaks down all the film we have, all our scout film, practice film. Every day after practice you can go home, watch it, and learn from it, and I think that definitely helps to separating us from our competition.
Technology is absolutely the wave of the future, and having the finest technology available to our student athletes and our coaching staff is going to be the way to go.
As friends of the Hopkins lacrosse community, you've been extremely generous, and we wouldn't have the success we've seen to date without your support. But as we move forward, endowment is the critical next step. It ensures that we have the resources moving forward to be as successful in the future as we've been in the past, and possibly more so.
In the Big Ten, we are competing for a national championship, and it would not be possible without the support of our friends, our fans, our alums, our parents. Cannot thank you enough, but we really want to do more. We want to achieve more, and that will happen if we can get this endowment fund off of the ground.
I want to thank the alumni parents and friends who support the program, and we'd like to thank you for all your support and everything that you've done for us to help us develop as players.
We know that this endowment will bring great success for us in the future.